What's up, guys? This is Gabe from S&P Speed Innovations, and today we're installing the AEM 340 liter per hour fuel pump into the first gen Tacoma and third gen 4Runners. This video is going to show you how to assemble it into the fuel pump assembly, not necessarily removing the gas tank and putting it back in, but the actual fuel pump assembly. That's the part where it means the most. Please do us favors. Don't forget to ring that bell, do all the stalker stuff, subscribe, and we appreciate it. Thank you very much. Let's get to this video. Gino removed the gas tank for the fuel pump install. Let's take a look and see what we've got going on. Nice and clean inside there, as it should be. Now we got the fuel pump out. When I say we, I mean Chino. So now we got the fuel pump out. We can take a quick look. So let's go ahead and zoom in real quick and take a look at what we have to work with. So this is out of the 71,000 mile Tacoma that's here. We're doing a bunch of upgrades, the fuel pump, and doing the headers, the cap back, the Magnuson TVS 1320, and injectors. And of course, anytime you add a supercharger, you're going to need some fuel. So we're looking at the fuel pump here. Bone stock. This is all original, 100% original. This fuel pump's probably never been changed. It has the factory spring clamps on it and the connector. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get into unboxing the 340 liter per hour fuel pump. We have to work with. So that's basically everything right there that comes in a kit. Of course, it comes with a card and some installation instructions, but most of the installation instructions is pretty universal. This is going to be proprietary to the first gen Tacomas and the third gen 4Runners. It's about that same 95 to 2004 range that the 4Runners fell off a little earlier. But anyway, 5 EZs, 2RZ, 3RZs, basically the same concept. So real quick, we're going to take a look and see if this connector right here is going to plug right in. I know it does. We've tested it before, but now that we got it on camera, let's do it again. So I'm just going to undo the lock here. Side by side, we can see that the brands are different because they are slightly different, but everything else seems to match up. The dimensioning around the sides, although it does look completely different, but I bet this is going to plug into here. But as a test, let's take this and plug this in and see what it does. Snaps right into the factory fuel pump. So pretty simple, pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Looks like it can go one direction but not the other. I don't think we can swap. We definitely cannot swap the housings because we can see the terminals are different widths, which is probably why it's not interchangeable, because that is a narrow one and that is a wide one. So unfortunately, we are going to have to switch this over. Sucks because it does look like it'd be a direct plug-in, but that's just part of what we got to do. So that's the connector, sock, O-rings, and it did not come with hose clamps. So I don't really want to trust these too much, especially when we start making more boost, we make more fuel pressure. So I'm going to change the hose clamps out and put some worm gears in it, or worm drive fuel pumps in it. So let's see here. Okay, so since we can't leave anything alone, we decided we're going to try something a little bit different here.
Can't leave anything alone.
We can't leave anything alone.
I think we have these pins. What say you? Oh, that connector almost looks the same too.
I'd say if you have those pins, let's see if we can swap those out. So since we can't leave anything alone, what we found is that we actually do have the correct pins for this. So Chino was able to depin it, crimp our new pins. This is the connector here that came with the AEM 340 liter per hour fuel pump, and we're able to just depin and repin into the factory housing. So since we can't leave anything alone, we're always trying to find ways to improve and grow, and more importantly, give our customers better products. We're thinking about making this a kit. Of course, maybe a small increase in the retail price on this, maybe $10 or something like that is what we're thinking. But we're gonna see if we can source out that connector. Also, get you a couple of real hose clamps other than the spring clamps, and probably get a piece of some real good quality fuel line, so that when you receive these kits from us, it'll come with that connector already on it, so everything just plugs right in. You get better clamps and you get a better quality hose. So I have had issues in the past with customers where I would remote tune, and we had huge lean conditions, especially under boost, and it would say, well, we just put a new fuel pump in. Well, there's no other reason for it. You're losing fuel pressure. We can see this. So the customer would drop the tank again and find out that these slipped off or blew off, or somehow or another this hose didn't hold up anymore. So, and this was after brand new fuel pump installs with essentially the same pump. So I feel some of that could have been avoided if maybe we had a better quality hose and a better hose clamp on it. What do you guys think? Put it in the comments. All right, thank you for watching our channel. Installation is pretty simple, pretty basic. Like I said earlier, this is not actually removing the gas tank and put it back in, more just assembling the fuel pump onto the fuel pump assembly. So don't forget to do all that soccer stuff. Ring the bell, like, subscribe. If there's more content like this that you want to see, drop it in the comments below. Thank you very much. Stay tuned.
Souls at the depths of the fear and I teach them. There's meaning, lives in seasons. Find your will, yeah, find your reason. Be a demon, go and seize it. Live your life that you want, live it just so you please it. No weakness, we defeat this. In our mind, over time, we become, we believe it. Oh, I just wanna be a free man. Need a plan that can teach me how to be man. How to think, what to do, what to be in. Make moves, be the change in my own hands.
Well, when you're ghetto and you know it, use a box. When you're ghetto and you know it, use a box. When you're ghetto and you know it, and you really gotta shoot a video, use a box. Okay, that didn't work. Whatever.
Are you looking at your badass setup?
When you're ghetto and you know it, use a box.
O'Reilly's